Well, welcome back to Mr. Obsolete's Vintage Homesteading channel. Well, we're getting ready to take out another stump here. I've started on it already. I've been cutting some of these roots out. I want to get them down to where I can put the burn barrel over them, and then I can take the tractor and pull these out because they come over here and back over there. But you can see the nice big chips I've been getting out of this wood. Been using my Montgomery Wards special, it says right here. This is a nice big heavy axe, really cuts great. So what we're going to do, I'll just take a few quick chops here and show you the big chunks it takes off. Then we'll come back after I get it finished, and we'll take the chainsaw and cut the top of it off here. Nice big chunk. It's almost a quarter of the way through just in one chop. Nice big chunks. Anyway, we'll be back when we get these all cut off. Well, we're back and get all the roots chopped down so the barrel fits over it really good. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to cut these off here and here. So I'll be right back with the saw. Okay, I've cut down from the top here, so when I'm doing a side cut, I'll only have two cuts. It makes it a lot easier. There's a big hunk of wood for that little saw. And you can see the saw is kind of leaning out a little bit. What that means is the diaphragm in the carburetor that pumps the fuel is starting to wear out, so I'll have to rebuild the carburetor before too long. There you go. Nice clean cut. I'm going to work on it a little bit more and cut it down a little bit more, but you get the idea. And then I cut a hollow in the center so that when I put the charcoal in, I have a pile of charcoal right in the middle, will burn right down through the center. So we'll be back. Well, we're back. Got the stump all cut out in the center there to put the charcoal in it. Got it all dug around there so I can put the charcoal down in around it. One thing I've done is I've modified my barrel here, and I put some draft holes in it all the way around. Before I was just letting the air come in from the bottom, which will work pretty good in this because the roots are still going to hold it up. But this should increase its efficiency quite a bit. So the first thing we'll do, get some charcoal here. Charcoal you want to use is this big chunk stuff, because if you use briquettes, they burn down real quickly and they leave a lot of ash. These take a long time to burn. So we'll just kind of stack these in here. And that'll really help burn the center of this stump down quicker. The barrel on. Just like that. And we'll put our wood around the perimeter like we show in our former videos. And then back over here we've got some more of our bushes that last up in there to use, and we'll put that down in the center to get the fire started quickly and real hot, and then we'll put in more wood. So there we go. One thing I wanted to talk about too real quick. My Montgomery Wards axe here. Pretty sure this is a Collins by the way it cuts, but it's basically designed for splitting wood because the pole on it's fairly wide and stuff. It has a thin taper up to this point and it gets wider quick here. This is pretty tough wood. I'm gonna try see how it splits. So we'll be back here in a second. Okay, well we got a nice stand here, natural one to put our piece on here, so see how hard or easy this stuff is to split. Oh, that's pretty good. Like I say, that's tough stuff. It's got wood fibers are real tough and they're all different angles in them, a big knot through there. But anyway, we're going to throw this in and burn this to burn the stump out with its own stump. Well, welcome back to Mr. Obsolete's Vintage Homesteading. Gonna be multitasking some more today. So we're gonna load up the trees that we cut up here in the back. And we're gonna be using a couple of different things here. For the bigger pieces, so I don't have to bend over and pick them up, we use our pickaroon. This really saves your back. This is a really wonderful tool. Great for a lot of different things. So you have to figure out how much force you want on it. So if you have just the right amount, you can see that it came right out. If it's on too hard, it's hard to get off. If it's too light, it just falls off. Came out real easy. You can see with the goes right in there and just come right off. Anyway, we'll get this loaded up and be back. Okay, well we're back. You can see we've got the wood all loaded up here. In behind me we have just the last of the branches to cut up. I'm going to be using our little John Deere 40V here. One thing I can say about this saw is that the marketing guys were full of BS, because they say it's a 40cc according to this logo on the side. It's only 35cc, so we got cheated. What some rotten guys. So anyway, what we're going to do is cut that up in a minute. What we've got here are the remains of all the branches off these apple trees that we took out. This makes a nice green mulch, nice and moist. It's got all the nutrients and stuff in it. Makes a perfect mulch. In about a year, it actually turns into compost. Breaks down into a nice soil. So the last thing we're going to do is come over and pick the last of the wood up, the small stuff here. But we got to go unload the other wood first. So what we'll do right now is we'll cut up those branches. It's all warmed up, so well, first video I did on this saw, the chain was in bad shape. I filed it, tried to get it cutting good, didn't work very good. So I put a brand new chain on it. Makes a world of difference. It's actually usable now. So I'll be back after we get rid of the wood. Well, we're back to get our second load here, the smaller wood. What we're going to be using is my handy grocery sack I modified into a wood holder. I use this for hauling wood in for the fire and the stove in the house, but today we're going to use it for this, just to speed up the process. So don't have to bend over 100 times to move a few pieces of wood. To get a load there. Just like that. So we'll continue on.